Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today we're going to be doing some abyssal testing in the Cerberus. We're going to be doing T4 Darks. This is a similar philosophy to how I've been trying to fit the Ichthyrsa for doing T4 Firestorms. We're going to be doing T4 Darks. The great thing about T4 is that it earns quite a bit more ISK than T3, but it's not as difficult as T5 and T6, so you don't have to bling as much, and that's what I'm trying to do here. So I'm trying to do a bit of an intermediate amount of bling. It's still not as good as like a Gila, for example, which you can get by doing T4s usually in like, I don't know, 500, 600 million. This costs a bit more, 900 million. So it is not extremely cheap, but it is not maybe as expensive as some T5 or T6 ships right there. I've not got any implants right here, as you can see here. So it's a similar style as the Ichthyrsa for T4 Firestorms. I'm trying to go with no implants at all, apart from some basic boosters that only cost like 1 million or so. Here it costs 2 million, because this costs 1 million, this costs 1 million for increased shield boosting, and this costs like a few 100k. So just over 2 million. But remember, these boosters last for a whole hour. So in the grand scheme of things, these are hardly going to affect your ISK per hour at all. The crash booster is going to increase application, and this is quite important when it comes to the dark sites. We've got kinetic ammunition, as you can see here. The reason is because the Cerberus has a bonus to only kinetic missiles. However, we have got the Mjolnir Rage heavy assault missiles, and this is for the Rogue Drone battleship. The Rogue Drone battleship has an extremely low EM resist in its shields, so that's why we're going to be going with the EM missiles for just the shields, so just we can get through the Rogue Drone battleship a quicker. Just those small little extra things you can do to save a bit of time. Always nice to increase your efficiency when running these sites. That's why when I do Jackdaws in Abyss, I always like to keep EM missiles as well. So Raging Dark, undock, let's get to work. The shield boosting capabilities are quite high here because we've got a Pith X type, or not X large, but just a Pith X type large shield booster. I would have liked to have like a Webify or something like that. And the main test here is going to be application. That's going to be the main test by far, because I'm not sure if we'll have enough application to do this properly, actually. The Downvix might be a bit of a too big of an issue. The Rogue Drone battleships might, or frigates might be also too big of an issue when it comes to application, but we have got some amount of application mods right here. We've got this Rigor catalyst, and we've also got this the crash booster, but I have a feeling it might not be enough. I think it might not be enough. It would have been nice to have like a flare here, missile guidance enhancer here. I think that would have probably done us a bit better in the application department here. So the main test here is going to be application. I have a feeling it won't be enough, but we'll just see. We'll see. EM resist is also pretty bad as well. 52%, but all the other resistance types are really high, so that's really great. We've got a C-type Multispectrum and a Shield Hardener 2 here, and I want to just fully utilize our CPU. The C-type is just giving us extra tank, and I saw that we could use another C-type, but it costs quite a bit extra, and I just felt that I had so much CPU to spare, I just may as well use a Tech 2 one just to keep the cost down a bit. I don't think the tank is going to be too much of an issue again. I think the application is going to be the biggest challenge here. We'll see. Jump here. The thing that would have been nice is to have more power grid. This ship is pretty limited when it comes to its power grid. If we had more power grid, we could dump this ancillary current router and put a flare catalyst here, and we could achieve that by putting Caldari Navy heavy assault missile launchers. But the thing is, those things, they're just they're so expensive that I do not want to use them. Caldari Navy Scourge. We'll use these right here because it's going to be better application to these small guys. We've got 1k a second. I'm going to go pretty quick right here. We've got the good range with the Caldari Navies as well. Just generally speaking, the Cerberus has good range. So let's see. Now, tank is not the best, even though we did focus a bit on tank here. Look at our shield boosting. I'm just having to constantly use this shield booster, and even then it's not turning out that great. And we also have not a fully cap stable ship as well. So it doesn't seem to be going that great right here. We'll see if we can take out this devoted knight and actually get through this. These are assault damage control just for the sake of it, because I mean we have a limited amount of these we can use. May as well just use them while we can. The drone seems to be taking a bit of damage as well. So is there anyone who's doing tracking, disrupting to us? No, it doesn't seem like it. Well, how about drones help a little bit with taking out these small guys? I don't think it's going to be going too well. Oh, we're getting actually decent amount of application. Not too bad. Okay, recall that Hornet, please. Hornet, go back. Yeah, we're actually able to destroy that. Those frigates. Okay. I think The Sancha frigates, though, they're not usually that difficult to apply to because they're pretty slow. As you can see here, 300 meters a second in the dark side is pretty slow. It would have been a lot worse if we were against Damovix. We'd go a lot quicker. But application is not the worst. It could be a lot worse than this. Okay, Devoted Fisher. Yeah, those are decent shots right there. They've got the big shield, so that's why their shields go a bit slow. But you can see their armor and structure goes down really quickly. I guess it's alright considering we're using a 900 million ISK ship, but I would have liked to have better performance out of a ship of this price. It would be nice to be cap stable, it would have been nice to have better application. You can't always have everything, even when you go to great lengths to get the good stats. The Cerberus is just a very... I think it's a cool ship. You can do a lot with it if you put a lot of bling, but when you try to keep it cheap, it is very difficult. Very do not want to go to that short range defense automatic suppressor because that's going to annihilate our missiles. It's just hard to do this ship cheap. The hull itself is not particularly expensive. I think it's even cheaper than some faction cruisers. Like I think it's cheaper than Aquila. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the thing is just that it's got limited on power grid, so when you're going to have like these large shield boosters, you're going to have an issue fitting them, so then you would have to have a medium shield booster, and if you want to have a medium shield booster, you're not going to get that much, that much DPS tank out of it, and you're also going to be very limited on with the mid slots as well, because we've only got 5 mid slots, so we can't put like a double shield booster or something like that unless we nuke our resistances. We could maybe do that, like put 2 medium shield boosters instead of this multi-spectrum. We could maybe try that even. That could be a possibility, but then we're going to be very expensive as well, because if we're going to bling the shield boosters, we're going to have like maybe B or A types, and those in themselves are going to be very expensive as well. So overall, it's hard to get this ship. I find it pretty difficult to get this ship to be good when it's cheap. But if you guys do have any recommendations on cheap Cerberus fits to actually work, let me know. But it's just, generally speaking, I find it pretty difficult. You can put the rapid lights, get the good application and a good tank, but the issue is the DPS. The DPS is not going to be there because the rapid lights are just horrible when it comes to extended battles in terms of the DPS. The reload times are just too bad right there. Stop with the shield boosting there. We can have a very high shield boost rate because of the good resists. Well, not shield boost rate because of resists, but we tank a lot because of the resists. And this is a large shield boost, so it boosts a lot. So even though we're not cap stable, it's not too bad because we avoid a lot of the DPS in the dark side by having like a very high speed. And we also, just generally speaking, have a good amount of tanks, so we're able to... We don't have to use our tank all the time. We can save capacitors, you can see now. Jump to the next room. Time is 5 minutes. I think Sancho Wave is pretty easy when it comes to application, so I don't think that's a good test right there. We'll just have to go see what we get next. This is a good application wave. This is a good application wave right here, because the Angels are like the worst when it comes to application, and also a good tank wave as well, because they do a lot of EM damage. It's going to be pretty difficult right there. The explosive resist is also the second lowest resist, which is the damage type these guys do. Absolutely no application we're getting in right here. You can see here our application is 500 damage per shot. They have also pretty high resist, these guys. See here in the... Yeah, it's pretty 60% resist. Is there anyone who's doing guidance disrupting? You just have to take out the guys who are doing guidance disrupting, really. Do not need to use a shield booster now. I'm not even going to bother taking our drones out, because the drones just... They are going to really not have a good time. They're just going to get annihilated straight away. Oh my god, look at the application right there. The cruisers were getting this bad application. That's how bad it is when it comes to the application. The Angels are pretty quick ships. Oh, we got a lot of... Use it as all damage control there as well. Just use it when you can. You can always save it just in case, but like in the beginning of this wave, we can just may as well use it now when the DPS is highest. Just boost up our shields to max. Can I please take out that Lucifer Cinnabal? Thank you very much. Lucifer Dremiel. The fires, target painters. You can stop using the shield booster now. We do not need that anymore. We're getting actually okay application to these little frigates, all things considered. They are pretty quick, but it's actually going pretty well. I'm quite happy about that. That's pretty nice, actually. Okay, I'm looking at the JITA prices, and JITA price for a single Caldari Navy heavy assault missile launch is like 177 million or 150 million, something like that. So we're going to have to use like a full rack of them. And the benefit of those, as I said before, is that we get good power grid, so we're able to fit this a lot better, but so expensive it's going to be. You're going to easily get 2 billion plus right there. And at that point, Like the T4 is not worth it then when you're using so expensive ships. Like then you may as well do T5, T6 at that point. Well, that's the price you would may as well invest, because you just get a Gila to do the same thing a lot cheaper. Elite Lucifer Dremiel is a little bit more difficult to take out than standard Lucifer Dremiel. He's a lot tankier, and he is a bit quick, I think. No, he's the same speed, but he is at least tankier. He's got more resists the elite ones. I think that's the case. Alright, pretty smooth right there, pretty smooth. Are we getting any hits in with our light drones? Not so much. Taking a little bit of damage to our drones. Yeah, the amount of shots I have to shoot to take out this one guy is pretty annoying. Just this one little frigger right here is taking the whole day to take out. And he's got a pretty decent amount of shield boosting as well, actually. Are these remote repairing guys? We should maybe take them out, actually, because they're probably remote repairing them. Come on, take him out. There we go. Fury. Is he going to go down quickly? Oh yeah, he's going down quickly. Look at that. His shield's just half destroyed directly. They have the biggest HP in the shields the similar way that Sanchez have. So they'll go down quickly. I don't think this is a good tank right here, because we were having a bit of problems with tank in the beginning, and we had only one Elite Lucifer Cinnabel. We could potentially have a lot more. So I don't know if... I don't think this is actually that great. It annoys me because I think the Cerberus is such a cool ship. I think you should be able to do this cheaply in the T4, but it's just because the thing is the Cerberus has one thing that's really, or two things that are really good, going great for it. One or three things, in fact. One thing is the whole price is pretty cheap. Second is the resists are really good for the Abyss, or not. I mean, the kinetic is a bit unnecessary. Switch the kinetic to EM and it would be perfect, but extremely high thermal resist. So we're gonna tank Triglavians like a boss. And then also, the way its capacitor is extremely good. One cat battery on this Cerberus right here gives us like 40 gigajoules to spare. Look at this. Turn off the shield boost. 40 gigajoules just from this one cat battery right here. Its inherent capacitor is really good on this ship. So it has some aspects that I think it's got that will make it such a good abyssal ship. But on the other hand, its fitting is just so crap. Application is also really crap, and the slot layout really frustrates me because I wish it had an extra mid slot to get some application or some more tank. It's just the tank, you can either have tank or you can have like application. It's really difficult to have both, and the way you can get both is to bling hard, and that's what frustrates me because I would love to be able to have a bit more or like a very cheap version for a bit lower tier filaments instead of having to go for these extreme bling versions that may as well run the higher tier filaments with. Okay, there we go. Done this and done this. Okay, so I mean, time is okay. I mean, we'll survive. I would have loved to do it under 5 minutes average each wave, but I think it's okay. I mean, we'll survive. But then again, T4s in a 900 mil ship. I mean, I think we should be able to. We should expect ourselves to be able to survive right there. Jump here. What wave have we got here? If it's over mine or something like that, it'll be pretty easy. We'll just see how good our DPS applies here. Okay, this is a Triglavian wave. This is going to be really easy. Maybe not because of application, but because our resists are just through the roof. We're going to tank so good to these guys. See if we can get any DPS in. Okay, we've got some shots in right there. Even though he is ghosting us, which is guidance disrupting, so I think... Oh, guidance, look at that, 180 shot right there. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Might even be just worth to switch out the Multec to Multispec for a Webifier and put like a, instead of a flare catalyst, some kind of EM rig or something like that. Yeah, we're getting absolutely no application to this Damavik over here. Look at that. He's able to out-tank us even. We're going to have to go for these Vedmax. That's what we're going to have to do. Unfortunate, but that's what we're going to have to do right here. Because of how bad the application is, he's able to out-rep us. So imagine a full Damavik wave. It's not going to be good. We need more application. Just, oh, it's so frustrating that we've got cruiser-level weaponry and it's applying so bad to even cruisers. Like, I'm not even getting full application, and I am shooting these heavy assault missiles on cruisers. You see their resist right here? 53% resists. I think we are actually almost getting full application. We can maybe try with rage. Let's see if we can rage. I don't think we're going to get full application, but it's difficult to even apply to cruisers in the dark side because of the speed and all. Then you just want to use the good high DPS weaponry, and it still is pretty difficult. Okay. It doesn't help that we've got this this ghost over here. We're tanking really good, though. Really, really good. And half the time they're going to be missing as well because of the... Yeah, look at that. 400 damage. Like, what is that? Wait, now I got 1k damage. Okay, when they slow down a bit, I think it seems to go a bit better. Okay, 400 damage. It's not good. Look at that. Like, we're getting hardly any of the damage in, and we're using the rage ones. I think if we go in this blue cloud over here, but blue cloud, I don't like relying on a blue cloud. It's like, okay, yeah, we can go to blue cloud, but it's not every wave is not going to have a blue cloud. Better to go with the Caldari Navy here, it seems like. What do you mean? Best if we had a web of fire, and then we had some more power grid, so we didn't have to waste this ancillary current router rig here. We could also put like a reactor control unit here. Gives us more power grid, but I don't know. I mean, that would be good, but on the other hand, assault damage control is nice. It gives us some extra tank as well. Also, it's good for abyssal gankers if someone ever decides to gank you. Basically, we're going to have to take out all these Vedmax, and then we'll be able to destroy the ghosting Damavik because he's getting medium remote reps from the Vedmax. They've got stronger remote reps than like the frigates. So when we're taking them out, he'll not have as much repair rate, and then it'll go good. Or hopefully it'll go good. I mean, imagine if we're not able to take him out because we've got this little Damavik repairing that ghost over here. Oof, that's going to be frustrating. And I feel like these Vedmax are also going down a little bit quicker now because he's got less people remote repairing him as well. But it would be nice to use the rage ammunition. Unfortunately, it's not the case. You could use obviously the high grade Hydras, all that kind of stuff, but we're talking multiple billions then. High grade Hydras and everything. Then you put the Caldari Navy Ballistic or Caldari Navy Heavy Assault Missiles to get the better fitting. It's just not going to be a good time when it comes to the price. It's going to be way too much, and we'll have a really powerful ship then as well. So then you may as well just go for the higher tier filaments instead. Feels like it's all or nothing with the Cerberus. There's no like intermediate state for it. So now you can see here, now it's going good. We've also got this blue cloud as well, which is a big factor to why we're able to destroy him very quickly. It was less remote reps on him, and then also the increased signature radius from the blue cloud. Otherwise, these Damavix will take a long time. Unfortunate right there. Gila. It would be fun to do a Gila for T4 Darks, though. You can do it with an application module. I think you can get the drones to apply. Not as good as other filaments, but we will be tanking more because we will be moving faster and in a reduced range of the enemy NPCs. But there we go, T4 Dark in the Cerberus. A bit frustrating, not that great, not as good as I wanted it to be. I would have hoped it to be better out of a ship with this price tag in the T4 sites, but the Cerberus really is it's a special ship. It's for, you can bling it hard, achieve amazing results with it, but when you try to go cheap, or at least in my experience, it tends to not go so great. So if you guys have any recommendations on any kind of cheap Cerberus fits that work decently in like T4 sites, let me know. I'd be glad to see those fits. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.